What's up, everybody? This is Mr. 100K a day in the flesh. And today on the biggest hater in track and field, we're going to be talking about a few people who I've evaluated recently to evaluate how they performed at the Olympic trials after or before my evaluation of them. So, excuse me. One of the things I wanted to highlight was how these people performed. And some people I was rooting for, some people I was rooting against. But for starters, we're going to start with these people. And our first person we're going to talk about is Abby Steiner. Now, everybody knows how I feel about Abby Steiner. I did this video. I did this video on her recently, and the video that I did on her was basically me just talking about. I felt like she was overrated. She had never broken 22 seconds outside of Eugene, Oregon. Of course, she was back at her stumping grounds in Eugene, and she still wasn't able to come through. She did not make the team, and that was a very, very, very blessed moment. Um, for us. Christmas has definitely come early, and I just really didn't realize that I would get this much success in making sure that these individuals did not make the team. Be like, it's almost like the Bulls. I'm sorry, the Celtics versus the Lakers. If you're a Celtics fan, you're definitely going to want to see the Lakers miss free throws and miss shots and get beaten pretty bad when it comes to the competition. So I'm very happy to report, guys, that Abby Steiner did not make the team. She may be included on the relay, though. That's a concern, but you can't stop everything, but you can stop most things. So it's good to see that privilege was not able to get her anywhere, was not able to run the race for her, or basically for any of these other people. So the next person we're gonna go through, I did a video, if you guys remember, I did it on Matt Boling, and that video is right. Where is my Matt Boling video? That video is right here. Um, is this video right here? Matt Boling, of course. I'm definitely not a fan of Matt Boling, and one of the reasons why I'm not a fan of Matt Boling is because of the fact that he's, like I said, he's very uncoordinated when he runs. He runs extremely tight. I don't believe that this sport is for him. I think he should be, if he's going to be in the sport, he should be doing the decathlon. I've said that a multitude of times, a multitude of times. Matt Boling should not be running track. He should not be. He should not be running track. He should be focusing heavily on the decathlon. He should be focusing on the decathlon. He should not be running track. And that video actually came to fruition. He didn't make it, and it probably was a good thing for him because you just go to, if he did make it, he probably just end up in with a bunch of heartbreak anyway once he got to Paris. So I was very happy to see that video um, play out the way it did. So that's Matt Boling for you guys. So you can go check that video out. It's right here, and I'm just very happy to see that he did not work out. A person I did not do a video on was Jenna Prandini. This is her. She's on the bottom right next to Trey Cunningham. Now I didn't do a video on her because I felt as if she was not going to make it anyway, even though she's mentioned frequently. But she's kind of aged her way out of being competitive individually. She's gotten old now. She's been around for a while. She won NCAA champion titles. She's done a lot of great things in the sport. But as a professional, she's never really accomplished anything. She's made teams, but I don't think she's ever even made it to the finals when she's made those teams. And then, she just has to deal with the weight of just real competition and not being able to use her privilege to get her anywhere. I did a video also, guys, on Mary Beth St. Price, and that video was done recently. And Mary Beth St. Price didn't even bother showing up to the Olympic trials, which is great because she had no chance anyway. I've talked about the way she starts her races. This is the video right here. I've talked about the way she starts her races and the way she's unable to finish a race. And so it's good to see her move on to another chapter of her life and realize that she basically was going nowhere anyway. But that's just the way the sport works. The sport is very unforgiving. Um, uh, Abby Steiner, Matt Boling. Of course, I went over Matt Boling. He's probably been make a relay. Trey Cunningham. Trey Cunningham is the guy on the right. We all saw him crash and burn on the. That's him also. We saw him crash and burn on the hurdles. He was, he's another NCAA champion. Let's not forget. Almost all of these people on feature have been NCAA champions. All these people featured have been NCAA champions. Trey Cunningham, a few years ago, he ran 13 flat, a great 110-meter hurdle time. But for some reason, like I've said, guys, privilege does not run the race for you. When you have to line up in nothing in privilege or any type of bias can't promote you to the front based on that. You have to deal with who you are. And that's when we see how people actually compete. And this is what we see. And I believe that these types of things will be seen across all spectrums of society and situations when everybody has a fair playing field. So when Jenna Prandini, Abba Steiner, Trey Cunningham, Mary Beth St. Price, Matt Boling, when they line up on that line, they have to deal with who they are. They have to deal with the fact that the bottom line is nobody can save you, nobody can protect you, nobody can run the race for you. And with that being said, we see the results. None of them will be going to Paris in individual events, which is a beautiful thing, which is a very beautiful thing. So anyway, I'm happy you guys got a chance to enjoy this moment with me. This is a very good moment for us. We're going to go probably pop a few bottles of champagne and celebrate that these people did not make the Olympic team. And we just, happy we can continue the tradition. So, remember, Jenna Pradini, I want to say this also. Jenna Pradini did make the team last Olympics. She made in 200, I believe. She made in the 100 when Sha'Carri Richardson was disqualified. But it's good to see that when the other girls show up, that she even actually placed even worse this year than she did before. So I want to keep that in mind. Make sure you guys know that she did at least make a team, but when she get there, she never makes it to the finals, and she's always a non-factor. So this is a very good moment for everybody, for the community, for the track and field community, and for the international community to understand where people place when there are no barriers, when there are no artificial assistance that can push them up or push them down. When you got to be who you are and represent, come as you are. So it's a very, very, very great situation and scenario. Anyway, guys, this has been another great episode of The Biggest Hater in Track and Field. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I really do. And as a matter of fact, I want you guys to make sure that when you see this video, you go down into the description area and where you can comment. And if you like the video, if you support what I do, if you enjoy it, hit the thanks button. You can hit the thanks button and contribute $2 to the channel, and I can continue, and it can help me continue to bring more great content that I do and more informative content to fight against bias in sports, to make sure there's a fair playing field for everybody. I don't care if the bias is doping. I don't care if the bias is another type of bias that has to do with a person's background or things that they had no control over when they were brought into this planet, when they were brought into this earth. So you can always hit the thanks button on the video, and that will take you to the screen where you can send $2, $5, up to $500 to help support the channel. I want to thank you guys, and I'll see you next time on The Biggest Hater in Track and Field.